And we're back. What's up, everyone? It's your boy Norb. This is the Sweet Remedy Podcast. We're here to talk about everyday shit that affects us as people, whether it's health, sports, politics, or just the normal BS that's going on.
Hey, it's your girl Mercedes.
It's your guy Nate. The fuck is up?
Oh, and the lovely tech guy,
Weezer.
So this is another great episode of the Sweet Remedy. I just wanted to say, start off by saying thank you, everybody. I see we have a little bit more subscribers, so shout out to you guys. Keep on commenting and subscribing, and repost us on your social media sites. Yes, repost us, please. But how's everybody doing today?
Good.
I'm cool, up there. I'm cool.
I'm too. It's been this week kind of pissed me off because I didn't know if my numbers was gonna be good enough to secure that bonus at work, and I still don't fucking know. This nigga, my boss gonna tell me, "Oh yeah, you got it," and then I asked him yesterday, "Oh, so when final numbers come out?" And he like, "Oh yeah, final numbers don't come out till next week, so we ain't gonna know who got bonuses until next week." I'm like, motherfucker, then why would you tell me on Wednesday that I secured it? Like, so that shit is irritating. Anything new with you guys?
Shit, not that I know of.
No, just got on the phones for the first week at my new job, so
The motherfucker better give me a raise.
Speaking of those phones, what, like, you just doing customer service, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So how many calls did you take?
I thought they was gonna come like more frequently, and they really didn't. Like the first day, I only got 7 calls in 2 hours, and then the second day, I only got 13 calls in 2 hours. And I thought people were gonna be like mean, but I haven't had a mean customer yet, so everybody was pretty cool.
Shit, you work at Boop, so I said, like, you ain't gonna be able. That's it.
No, but they don't even really care like how much time you spend on the phone with them. You can spend 45 minutes on the call. They do not care.
It's the best insurance company in the country, at least.
They do not care.
So
for real, it's so funny because they'll be like, people will call and cancel, and they'll be like, "Don't transfer them, just cancel that policy right there." I'll be like, "Y'all ain't gonna try to keep them?" No. I'll be like, "Damn."
Anything new with you, player? Wayne?
I say all these friend requests I be getting on Facebook, man.
That's the new shit.
They have been coming in like crazy.
I get them like every day.
I got 5 this morning.
Bro, I got like over 20.
But they were from people from Cleveland, so I was kind of like, oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Like I don't know these people, but they're from Cleveland.
I know like maybe one person out of the people that I get a friend request from.
Yeah, one of the people I accepted actually shared the post from the mental health episode, so that was pretty good.
Episode 13?
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of them shares, I actually went on our Facebook website, Facebook page. We got like 20 something likes, couple comments and everything. Like, people sharing shit. I wish our negligent social media person would actually do a little bit more, but we'll fix that. We're gonna definitely fix that. But in other news today, we're gonna be talking about a little new music that came out. Our boy Takeoff dropped the album. Who else dropped the album?
It was Takeoff, Metro, Moneybag. He dropped some shit. Action Bronson dropped some shit. Hold up, I actually got like a screenshot of everybody who was dropping stuff.
Update. I listened to Quavo's album again. 3rd time through. Still bad.
Yeah.
And then, hey man,
Thought it was gonna change.
Don Trap is amazing.
I told you.
It's fucking amazing. Like that fucking T.I. album, it sounded. Nigga was spitting on that bitch.
Is he still considered a washed rapper?
Who said he was washed?
We just said he was old as fuck and he needed to give up.
We still said he was a top tier.
I say he most definitely still top tier.
Okay, all right.
Eminem on the other
I
hand.
must have misheard.
Spencer.
No, he is not. Because Kamikaze was a good album.
Pretty washed.
Oh, whatever.
Bleached and but Swiss Beats dropped some shit. Who else?
Anticlimactic.
Jay.
Because he only come out with stuff that's features anyway, so who on the song?
I mean, I don't know what the fuck. It's probably just like the same shit Metro dropped.
Drop
for
some
real.
beats.
Pretty much. That's pretty much what Metro did, but it's like they got
just,
people on there.
Oh, like DJ Khaled and all them niggas.
Yeah.
Actually, I respect.
They're not rappers. They're
I,
DJs.
yeah, I know. I
It's
be
the
respecting
original-
their own albums though.
I say it's the original mixtape game for real, but they turned it into an album.
True, true.
They turned it into an album.
That
thing.
is true. Pretty Boy Floyd.
I ain't heard that in a minute though.
Man,
Took it all the way back.
His mixtapes used to be fire as
Used
fuck.
to go all of his mixtapes, bro. But did you listen to Takeoff album?
No, not yet.
It's fire.
I didn't get a chance to yet.
I ain't get to finish it either.
I ain't even. I went to turn on one song and then got a call, so I was like, damn.
Oh no, I listened to it 3 times yesterday. Like, cause it's a nice short album. It's only like 13 songs or like 40 minutes. 3 games of 2K, 3 times through the album. That shit was nice.
So are you giving it a better rating than Quavo's?
Hell.
By far, by far.
I
Like,
wanted to know.
the album is playable. You're gonna notice because it's mostly just him. That's what I like about him, because he didn't really feature everybody in the motherfucking album.
Now, is it a Migos sound? Or
Yeah.
is it like, did he kind of make it his own?
It's a Migos sound.
It's a
but
Migos
still
sound,
him.
but it's his own way of rapping. Like it's not though.
It's Takeoff.
But he made it his own. That's
Yeah,
why I'm
yeah.
asking,
Like I really wish we could play play that shit. Play a snippet. Fuck that copyright. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
If you gonna do that shit.
I'm just
Yeah,
playing.
nigga,
Did
relax.
Offset come out with his?
No, Offset is next
What?
week.
I don't know when his shit dropping.
Yeah, because he previewed his shit. He previewed a clip. It was slow and young thuggish.
This Metro shit nice though.
You listen to Metro?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have time to listen to it. I was listening to Takeoff shit.
It's a game of 2K, nigga. 44 minutes.
Fuck you.
So what's going on in the news today?
Shit, a lot. Motherfucking Pittsburgh shooting at a synagogue.
Synagogue. It was
the tree of life.
9 people dead.
Synagogue. I thought it was 11.
That's
It was
crazy.
11 victims. I don't know. Yeah, 11 victims.
9
It was
people
11.
dead and 2 people injured.
Okay.
Did they figure out why the shooter did it?
They said as he was running into the synagogue and shooting, he was saying "fuck all Jews."
Yeah,
Oh,
they
so
was
he-
having like a.
So
they
he
was
was
having
just
like
racist.
something. Pretty much.
Yeah, it
Hate
was
crime.
very,
It
very,
was basically
very,
just a hate crime.
very Trumpish.
He was a Trump
like-
supporter.
Oh
yeah,
my
they
god!
were saying like
and the
they
nerve
was,
of
that
him
they
to
was
show
having
up.
like
Yeah, and he showed up in Pittsburgh,
yeah.
and I was just like,
I think he showed up. They said that he showed up like a day before that they had the funerals.
"Yep."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the crazy thing about it is like, you run in a religious temple or a religious gathering and go and kill innocent people for what? Like, and it always goes back to like when this shit happened. It always goes back to mental illness, like illness. What the fuck is that? Mental illness, like
Evil.
That nigga
Mental
had a
problems.
mental illness.
That nigga knew what he was doing.
Yeah, he was just fucked up.
That was just pure hate. That wasn't even something that was like a sickness or something like that.
It was
That was just pure hate and ignorance. That's all that was. just pure hate and ignorance. Like, there was no reason to even do that. That was just because you had hate and malice in your heart towards another race. That's just racism at its finest, for real. I mean, there is no excuse for what he did. He knew what he was doing. So
it just wasn't. And honestly, this is gonna sound fucked up because it's horrible whenever we have these mass shootings. But I'm just glad it wasn't black people this time. I know that's fucked up. I know it's really fucked up. I'm sorry, but I'm just glad because every last one of these last few mass shootings, besides the one in Vegas, involved black people. But then again, this involved minorities, so
I would have rather it had been no shootings. And even though it wasn't our people of color this time,
it's still our people.
We still getting shot dead in the streets every day. So if you add up the number of people that are still being murdered every single day for no single reason at all, it still adds up as mass killing every time. Like, when you think about it, because numbers, we are dropping literally dead in the streets. Like, young men aren't making it past 25. Like, you know, like we're still dying out. So I would rather no killing at all. That's just me personally. And just because it wasn't our people being shot this time, I'm not feeling that type of hate towards one another just because we're different. We believe differently. We look differently. It's still just not okay. It's not okay.
If you could have one thing in the world, what would you have?
World peace.
harsher punishment. But no.
But that's like, what's the lady's name that was working with Mike
Brown? Oh, he was 23 years old.
Her son
Melissa
was
McKinnie.
You know, her son was lynched. That boy wasn't even
on October 17th, 2018.
I don't even think he was 21, was he?
I think he was like 22.
20, was he?
Yeah.
Like,
he reading the article right now, but
he was still like so young, had so much life. And what was the purpose of killing him? To make a point to his mom, or what was I really want them to catch the people who did that to him, because that was just something that she shouldn't even have had to gone through. And I just can't even imagine what she's going through, you know, over the loss of her son.
And I hate to compare it to things of the past, but you know, history always repeats itself. This is it's not I wouldn't say an Emmett Till,
just about,
but it's close.
But we don't even see. I can't compare it to that because we don't know what their reasoning was for lynching him. Now, do I think it might have had something to do with his mom and the fact that she's fighting, she's going around fighting for equal rights for us, you know, with Mike Brown's mom, you know?
It said that she think like he was targeted for her activism and everything. Because
he seemed like a good kid, you know, from what the stories that have been surfacing or whatever.
Mike Brown?
No, her.
Or the son, yeah.
Yeah, so it's just one of those things where it's like, I mean, when does it end? For me, like, when does it end?
And the thing about it is, this shows how hurt white America is about us speaking up and stepping up for ourselves now.
They're not hurt. They scared.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They scared.
Scared is a better word than hurt. Yes, it is. You can see how scared they are because you're still trying to antagonize and send a message to a woman that's sitting here fighting for a family's rights 4 years after it happened.
And you took her son like that. I can't even.
That's like gang shit. If I can't get to you, I'm gonna get to somebody else.
Then you lynch him.
Gang shit, KKK shit.
Yeah.
Like,
no.
And that wasn't even like that was that was targeted, and it had to be more than one person, because I felt like if it was just one person, he would have had a chance of surviving. It had to be a group of them,
because it said,
and they had to have held him down.
No, like struggle or nothing. Like like he was just hung and everything. They talk about, was it suicide?
Not in that way, because if it was suicide, like they said, first of all, how he was, I don't even want to talk about that.
Yeah, because the pictures were very graphic.
How did he even get up in that tree?
I think I only seen one picture.
Like that. That's not, the picture is, I don't.
The collage, that's what you saw? Or did you just see him hanging there?
I think I just seen like one picture hanging.
The picture was almost as bad as when what was his name? I think it was Puerto Rican, the boy that got killed in when the video was going viral, his murder. Junior, was his name Junior?
Yeah.
When he was getting killed at the bodega by them gang members.
Oh yeah, the 15-year-old that was getting stabbed. Yeah,
the video was viral all over, like his murder video.
Yeah.
But the picture of him like swinging in that tree, like that was even worse. Like
it was.
That just felt horrible. That just just the look of it was like, I don't even understand how someone could do that to another human being. I don't get that, but
I really, and I feel like certain things, we can always talk about Black community, what we can do to keep ourselves safe. Like the main thing, I know my mom instilled in me, don't go nowhere alone. Mm-hmm. Like for real, like if you're going out in the public and you're gonna be out late at night, don't go nowhere alone.
It's more than just that. It's more than just that. We need to stick together, period. As people, we don't do that enough. We don't support each other enough. We don't reach back and try to help each other enough. These other cultures do it. We need to get on that and start doing it. Start supporting each other. Start doing right by each other. Because when we band together, a lot of these, our dollar is just as valuable as anybody else's dollar. And if we stop tolerating racism in our own lives and, put up a fight and a united front, we will get a lot more done. This wouldn't even be a talk. Because they'll know that we'll come together and we'll shut it down. Because everything that they got going on, every dollar we spend, if we stop going to their businesses, hit them right where it hurt. If we stop supporting their projects and the things that they got going on and only support anything Black, they gonna lose every time. We just need to band together and support each other more. That's what needs to happen. We need to invest in each other.
Speaking of that, I know y'all might hate what I'm about to say, but I actually listened to something Kanye said on the interview.
Oh Lord.
I know. Kanye.
What foolishness did he have to say today?
Actually, he didn't have anything foolish to say. He basically said exactly what you said. He was like, my people got on me because I went to go meet with the president of our country.
Okay.
And I was talking about politics and, prison reform. In all actuality, I only did that to truly get my foot in the door. This was with this was the article where he had a meeting with Trump, and then afterwards he was with LeVar Ball, and then he went. The nigga tried to get on ESPN, then he tried to get on Skip and Shannon. So
you had to
he basically was saying that what I'm trying to do is get our Black people to band together. I know it's fucked up.
So
but
he thought the right way of doing that was those ignorant ass comments he had to say about racism and free thinking.
Right. That's my. I'm on your side with that one. The way he went about it.
You mean to tell me he was using that as a strategy?
the way he went about it, yes, it was fucked up. But his idea of what he was saying, like, yo, I'm trying to create the idea that we need each other in order to progress as a people. And if I'm the dude that really causes everybody to come together and stop that crab in the barrel shit, then so be it. That's why he ultimately was like, I'll just stay out of politics and just go back to creating good music.
Here's my problem with that, because he should have been staying out of politics. So what part of the plan, like what was that supposed to do for you making an ignorant ass comment like you made about slavery to truly get your foot in the door at the White House? What purpose did that serve? Because they still gonna look at you like a nigga, okay? They still gonna look at you that way.
No, I know that.
And they gonna see you as a monkey that could get them that could go out and they could use you, since you already shown that you would kind of you can be manipulated in that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I don't get what your purpose was. This was a horrible plan.
It was.
It was terrible.
It was. That's why when he actually said what he said, I was like, well, motherfucker, you could have went about it different. Although I agree with the idea of what he's saying. Like,
he's not the person to do that.
He's not the person. That's why I said he could have went about this shit a different way.
No, when T.I. go meet with people, he don't make ignorant, strategic, or what he think is strategic comments.
But half the time they're not gonna listen to him because of his background.
About it, it don't matter about his background, because he's definitely an activist. But still, like, he don't have to make those comments to gain support and get his point across. So why did you feel that you needed to do that? Because
honestly, Kanye was trying to reach far beyond of what T.I. reaches. Because I understand T.I. is articulate as fuck, and he actually knows how to promote peace and progression in his words.
If that's the case, then he should have rolled in there on Kim Kardashian coattail when she was getting people out of jail. That would have been the segue to do that. She got two people. Person. Oh wait, no, she working on the second person still. He ain't out yet, but the first person.
He ain't gonna get out.
He might.
Yeah, that nigga's down. That nigga got 3 strikes. I was like, he's down, bro.
No, that might have been the wrong person to reach in and get, but still.
We told you to stop.
When she went, because that would have been the perfect time, because she went in there to talk to the president about the same damn issue. So you could have did that then.
Yeah, as a unit.
You didn't have to make a comment like that to offend your own community.
Well, he went on TMZ to do that.
Huh?
He went on TMZ and said the slavery shit.
No, I said he didn't have to make a comment like that.
Yeah, he didn't. And like that's why I said, that's why I'm saying, like, Kanye, eccentric as he is, his thought process and T.I.'s thought process is completely different, obviously.
We calling his mental health issue eccentric now? Is that what we labeling it? Because he definitely needs some therapy and some help, okay? Because he done lost his mind ever since his mom,
pretty
OD'd
much
on that. I mean,
whoa.
I mean, not OD, but,
pass.
Flatline on the table.
Just say pass.
I'm just saying.
Wow. But
that's when he lost all his marbles. Like, no.
But the thing about with T.I. is, like, T.I. touches us, and he'll touch his actual music community. But Kanye was literally trying to go to the top, so it'll be the umbrella effect. So if I'm saying it up here and I can be that number one focal point, yeah, he's not the person to do it. I know. I understand. But I understand. I follow with the idea. We just need it just needs a different person to be there.
No.
And we don't need nobody up there causing controversy. We need somebody that's gonna promote that.
No.
Who you think that Trump will meet with? who's a positive person in the black community.
He'll meet with T.I. He definitely will.
T.I. won't talk to that.
You know who he'll meet with, bro?
T.I. don't want to talk to him, and Trump wouldn't even talk to him.
I think T.I. said he wouldn't.
You know who he'll meet with?
But if he did want to, that would be the perfect person to talk to him.
No,
honestly,
it would.
Honestly, the only person I feel like he would respect and talk to is Barack. Period. Point blank. He's not about to listen to no rapper. He's not about to listen to no basketball player. Even though T.I. is the epitome of Malcolm X, bro.
You think he gonna listen to Barack?
I said actually hear him out and respect what he's saying because.
Are you sure about
yes,
that?
I am sure.
He'd rather listen to
Barack than he'll listen to LeBron or
sure
T.I. Yes.
Who you think you gonna listen to T.I.?
First of all, he spent all his time throwing shots at Barack. That is not gonna be that is not gonna be a good conversation to get anything done.
Well, do you think that it's gonna be a good conversation with T.I.?
It's not gonna go.
Oh yeah.
It's not gonna go.
Yeah.
No, it wouldn't.
Because let me tell you why. Because T.I. is definitely educated enough, and he's
How educated is T.I.
To me, he
compared to Barack Obama.
No, let me get my point. He's definitely a person who I think is like a thoughts-based thinker. He thinks out different avenues. And
articulate.
I think that he would be the one to trip Trump up. He will be the one because when he go in there, Trump is going to underestimate him already. And he not going to be prepared for what T.I. going to talk to him about or what T.I. going to bring to the table. Okay, I'm saying I don't think Barack will get his point across because Trump's whole administration has been working to undo what Barack has done in the past 8 years. So it's going to be too much conflict of interest in that aspect to me. So the point is not going to get across. I think T.I. would be the perfect person to trip him up. And get him and for real, if they record the conversation, the way he be contradicting himself in the news, I think it's gonna be 10 times worse.
We already know T.I. gonna make him contradict himself. Like we already know any person that's gonna go in there gonna make him contradict himself.
He'll contradict himself without anybody in there.
But like, T.I., I think he'll do it in a way that'll get him to admit some stuff. For real.
Honestly, that motherfucker be. You right, because T.I. say
he'll mess around and be like, I'm fucking racist. Yes, I know. Like getting the frustrated.
Well, he's already pretty much said that.
Know. I mean, we know, but it'll be more.
Yeah. Speaking of racist, aren't they giving Mrs. Kelly her job back? Yeah.
It's in negotiations. She hasn't officially gotten her job back, but I think.
That shit, bitch.
I think,
don't get that bitch shit.
Man, and the apology, like, I get.
I'm sorry, niggas.
That's exactly what you said.
I mean, it's kind of like.
I didn't mean to say I
the apology was like, first of all, you were so comfortable to say that, like it flew out your mouth. You didn't even think about it first. Like you just flew out of your mouth. You know, and I felt like you believed that, and I just really don't feel like you were sorry for what you said. And second, and then even still, she still try to act like it's not a big deal, but I'm gonna let it go. And then in the same breath, like y'all turn around later on the show and y'all get to talking about the history of blackface, and then you still think that's okay as a costume?
Yeah. It is.
Going back to the 1800s.
So you watched the full episode.
Yeah. Like this is something, blackface goes back to the 1800s. It is something that was used to humiliate black people and negatively depict them.
Yep.
And Hollywood adopted it as a form of broadcasting that hate towards our race. It will never be okay.
No.
It will never be okay. But, you know.
And I never understood why them colonizers be sitting around here trying to make light.
Robert Downey. He did that shit.
What?
Tropic Thunder.
Yeah, he. Yeah, I know he was.
It's not okay, right?
He was a man portraying another man.
What y'all talking about?
Tropic Thunder.
Okay.
Robert Downey Jr. would play blackface.
He played a black. Yeah, he played a black man and did blackface.
Okay, so this topic brings me. This conversation brings me to. This topic brings me to social insecurity.
That topic brought you to social insecurity?
Yeah, what we talking about? And
blackface?
Yeah. The topic of it, like the conversation style, the social issue. Mm-hmm. And it's social insecurity is like, okay, so what to say when you're in a setting where you're uncomfortable? What? Why you laughing?
I'm thinking of different scenarios. That's why I'm laughing. Go ahead.
Okay, cause y'all you making me lose my train of thought.
No, go ahead.
So when you don't know what to say, what do? So if you're in a situation where, let's say, you're the only black person in a room full of white people, and you can't engage in conversation, you're not connecting with their conversation, what do?
Stutter.
What?
Sometimes we might say, "What's
do
up,
you?"
Nigga? Nah.
I'm about to say, "Damn, really? Like,
don't
what?
say shit.
Please, you don't say nothing?
The fuck? When I need to say something.
Wayne, have you ever been in that?
Don't speak unless spoken to. And that's when you become more comfortable.
Where would I ever be that it would be full of white people and no black people?
That too.
What?
I mean,
but it's like
I've been in a room full of white people.
To beat that is just don't speak until spoken to. You know
why though?
If you don't want to, if you don't feel comfortable enough to speak to anybody, then don't force yourself to do it.
Well, you're not really forcing yourself. If you walking in a room full of people, it's kind of rude not to speak.
I mean, you say hi and shit, but to have that awkward conversation,
right. You know what
I mean, it doesn't have to be awkward conversation. You just have to find something that y'all can both talk about that
and
y'all
that's
both
the whole
connect
thing. Some people don't know how to break the ice.
Have you been in that situation before?
Sometimes, but
what
I don't like small talk, so it's hard for me to make small talk. Like,
I like shooting the shit.
Yeah, like I'd rather have a decent conversation and shit. Like, you know,
okay, because we got in my training class, there is this white lady, and my training class is majority black, and she.
Is it only one white person in your training class?
No, no, it's actually 4 other white people, but out of 18, the rest of us are black.
Oh, okay.
So,
bunch of naggers.
Naggers.
Shut up. No, but so she's always trying to fit in the conversation and stuff that we talk about. So we end up talking about topics and she ends up making it a racial thing. Like we were talking about something. We were talking about the Dr. Phil video though. This one particular time I want to bring up. We were talking about the Dr. Phil video, and she was.
I'll always be better than those Negroes.
She got to saying how she didn't raise her daughter to see. Well, she didn't even really say that she didn't raise her daughter to see. Didn't raise her not to see color. She was just like her daughter never really. They grew up in a predominantly white town, right? And she started telling this story about the brown people. About her daughter kept saying the brown people.
The brown people.
No, in that situation,
that's more big dead in color.
Yeah. So the brown people.
The brown people.
So you know me, I'm on the clock, and she not even. Y'all know I wanted to tell her off so bad. I said brown people, and I looked at her. She didn't get the social cue to shut her mouth, but she kept on making the conversation.
Well, how old is she?
Awkward.
Like 60 plus, right?
No, she like 50 something.
Still, yeah, she pretty set.
She close enough.
Yeah, she pretty set in ways.
But you know better.
Yeah, she does. You don't give a fuck.
You know better. I mean, and she was just thinking it was okay.
She's the oldest one in the class.
About the brown people. I think our trainer is older than.
Well, besides the trainer, I'm talking about the trainees.
No, nobody. She's the oldest.
She's the oldest. Yeah.
So she had the other Caucasian people in the classroom who are pretty cool. Like, what the hell? Like,
well, you would be surprised how many white people be like,
they were so
bitch, you tripping.
Pink people.
They were so uncomfortable. They were so
Pink
uncomfortable, and it's just.
No,
I think in that situation, like if you don't have anything that connects with the story, then don't say nothing at all.
That's funny though.
Like at the risk of offending somebody that doesn't look like you.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. That's my bad on the loud part. My bad, y'all. But with the offended people, she did that shit to offend y'all because of how she views y'all.
But she thought that she was connecting with.
Shut the fuck up.
No, but she really thought that she was connecting with us, and we were like, "No, you need to shut your mouth.
Yeah,
like you about to get popped in it."
She probably was sitting there like, "Yeah, I raised my daughter not to see color, but she was talking about the brown people one day."
I mean, but like as soon as she said brown people, every black person in the room shot her a dirty look, and I was sitting next to her, and I was like, brown people. And I looked at her, and she just kept the story going, and she kept saying brown people throughout the story.
Oh, yeah. I would have definitely, it would have been that movie moment. It would have been like, hell no.
And I really wanted to be like, why are you still talking? And then had the nerve to be like, somebody said something like, she said something that kind of seemed racist. I can't remember what the comment was.
Blackout.
But then she tried to clean it up and smooth it over by saying, "Oh no, but my daughter dates black guys."
Oh, that was softcore racist.
She getting fucked by black guys.
Softcore racist.
She like that BBC.
Oh, this nigga Nate took it too far.
I was like, why was that necessary? Like, I'm like, if you
she loved brown people.
If you really wanted to be a part of that conversation, I mean, it was a million other things she could have said. She could have been like, "Oh, that was unfortunate." So she could have said a whole bunch of other things, but you did not have to tell a story about brown people.
Hey,
for real.
But for real though, like speaking of that shit, because a lot of people don't realize like the awkwardness of actually being in a conversation with people that you're not in your comfort zone with, like
right.
Us four, like we'll sit there and have a conversation without no problem, but shit, you replace me with a white guy, replace Wayne with a Chinese woman. How would y'all?
Why I gotta be the Chinese woman?
That's crazy.
Oh, that's funny.
We talking about shrimp fried rice and no, I'm playing.
So like, but I'm putting you two in a situation where you're gonna talk to Rick, and then you're gonna talk to some young fool.
I think you'll be more set up for success if you take race out of it and like race and gender bias and just make the conversation personal to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, make it something that's personal to you, because like even when we were talking about something dumb like recipes or something like that,
just be like, I
did make a funny joke. You would have been proud of me over this joke. It was hilarious. But
what's the joke?
Because she asked me to resend her my recipe for the white chicken chili.
Right. With the white lady?
Yeah.
Okay.
So she was like, and then we start talking about seasonings and stuff, and then somehow potato salad came up. So we were talking about like how the best way to make potato salad or whatever, something dumb like that. And she was like, well, her guy at home, the guy she's dating or the guy she's with, doesn't like her potato salad and doesn't eat it.
Hell no, get it.
That's exactly what I
said. Hell no, get it.
That's exactly what I said. I was like, hell no, Karen, keep your blonde ass potato salad to yourself. And I said it loud. And everybody started dying laughing.
I would have easily been like, you put racist in your shit.
I mean, it was right there. Like she set it up. She set it up perfectly. I mean, as soon as she said it, like before I even thought about it, it came out of my mouth. I was like,
that shit crazy. As soon as you said potato salad, I knew where you was going with that joke. Yeah, I would have fucking died laughing.
Like it was literally perfect.
They
It
would have
was
sent me
right
home
there.
the rest of that day.
It was right there. We was all crying, laughing. But I was just like, it's something that's personal to you. Like, like you don't have to be like, oh, white people can't season food. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll just say, hey,
giving the white people face.
I season my food differently than you may season your food. You know, just make it something like that. Like you don't have to say like, oh, black people over season their food, white people over season their food. You could be like, I season my food.
I put a little too much salt and shit.
Yeah, I be doing
Oh,
that
a
shit
lot.
sometimes.
You a hater.
It's not about a hater. You literally them eggs
Salt is
be
where the flavor comes from.
Nigga, put that seasoning on them eggs, nigga.
man too much. Like you literally gotta take a sip of water. It be so much salt in them eggs.
Man.
No shade, but I mean it's true. You know it. You
Shit.
just said it.
It was 2 times. 2 batches.
Was it 2 batches?
I'm looking
Was
at
it
this,
2 batches?
It was 2.
You sure it was just 2 batches?
Maybe 4. Okay, that's it.
Shit, I'm looking at this professional settings and shit though.
Yeah.
And we supposed to have a Thanksgiving party at my job and shit. I don't know. The way I see it, like, what can you possibly talk about besides work? Like,
Honestly,
you
bro,
don't,
I'm
like,
the
you
king
don't.
of creating conversation.
Y'all can take. I think you could talk about y'all personal lives. Just
I mean, yeah,
nothing
but
too explicit.
What do you do? Oh, I smoke weed. You know, I got a podcast.
Not that.
Well, you can
Not
talk about
that.
the podcast.
You can talk about the
that shit
podcast,
and all
but
that
don't
other
say
shit.
that.
You know, you asked about my personal life. I'm gonna tell you about my personal life.
Yeah, motherfucker.
I get high.
But no, but
You see these things, motherfucker?
you are not about to say that. You can talk about your personal life, but you better make it PG.
Shit, no, man. Cause one nigga told me it's a crackhead there, so
Yeah, man. You need to find him.
bro.
You need to interview that nigga. Hey, bro, I just got a few questions for my podcast.
I don't want to know. I don't personally want to
You
know.
want
I'm
the
not
rest of
into that
this?
shit. But you know, I just want to know why crack.
But I don't know. They said crack is a motherfucker. He probably tried that shit. It was like, ooh, I can do this. Head. I can do this. But
I don't know how I put up.
But
with
you got to
it.
keep
I don't
buying that shit
understand
though.
hey,
Your high don't. I heard your high don't last that
they
long.
said it's like 3 hours, but it gets you like.
Oh, that's why they
Nah.
keep.
That's why
It's like it's not even
reusing.
3 hours. It's like I think it's like a 15-20 minute thing,
Man,
bro.
I found out one of my cousins was a crackhead, bro. I don't think you ain't never met him, but y'all know him.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I know
and
you're
I
talking
was
about.
like, oh, no. They was like, yeah, he be.
You talking about the crackhead that helped us move, or
Nah.
your cousin?
No, Billy is.
He not a crackhead.
Why you say his name?
Billy is not a crackhead. You just like to
Bleep him
party.
Is there a difference? Is there a difference?
Yeah,
Yeah,
just a little bit.
You gotta,
What's the difference?
you gotta cook that white girl.
You gotta cook crack too, though.
to get crack.
You gotta cook that white girl to get the crack.
get
The
the
crack,
crack.
the crack is potent.
But what's the difference between somebody who likes to party and a crackhead? 'Cause
Well,
if
your
you-
high lasts
if,
longer.
If both do
off the
crack,
white girl too.
oh, okay, I get what
Yeah,
you mean.
your high is
Okay.
a little, and it's a little bit
Okay.
classier. Would you rather?
Take that little bump.
Oh my God! Somebody rescue me, please. Somebody rescue me.
Bigger sugar.
White girl.
Mac.
Well, you answer that when I was trying to But
Yo, I can't stand y'all. I can't.
you shouldn't have brought up Billy.
Right.
Brought up Billy.
Hey, can y'all stop saying this nigga name?
That's a lot of,
Y'all make it too
censorship.
much
Right.
edited work for Wayne.
You're gonna hear.
What are they talking about?
Was cussing. But the thing about
Oh shit.
but I actually met a like with the work functions, like that's why I said I'm like kind of the king of creating conversation. No offense, I don't do this often, but we could be sit like in the bathroom at the stall.
Don't talk to me in the bathroom.
Well, I don't talk to motherfuckers. If somebody says, what's up, man? Oh, how you doing? Yeah.
Maybe not in the bathroom,
I'm about
but
to say, don't talk to me in the
That's what I'm
bathroom.
just saying. I'm just showing you how to keep good conversations.
maybe not in the bathroom, but in public settings, I will give you that because you'll talk to a random stranger in the elevator, walking down the hall, strike up a conversation.
I think I gotta be with me. Like if I'm gonna be talking about like some other shit, like I gotta be in a more comfortable setting. Like in
Why
a
not get out
professional-
outside your box?
What you mean?
Like why not next? Just say for instance, like next time you in an uncomfortable situation, why not just be like, oh, let me go start some small talk. Maybe you'll meet somebody that you actually want to create a good conversation with.
That's actually some good advice. Connect with somebody, especially connecting with somebody who doesn't look like you or share the same values as you.
I talk to different race.
Could give you a different way of
type
thinking. You know.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I like different shit. I like talking to people about different things and everything.
Okay.
It's just more so of I don't like to always be professional. I like to be
yourself.
I like to be myself.
Okay.
But do
So,
you
like,
think
if
you
I'm-
could class up yourself just a little
I
bit
can,
for
I can.
those professional settings?
Yeah. Like, what's up, Nate? Hey, Drew. What's going on?
Did you see the Browns game yesterday?
Right.
Hey, bro, for real. Like, honestly, anything football related with a white
God.
man, you won. Oh, did you?
I don't even watch.
Can you believe?
football like
Nigga,
that.
you don't even have to watch it. Yeah,
I'd rather
man.
play
Did you hear about the Browns, man? Everybody's
Even
heard
with
about the Browns.
basketball and sports, you could,
I watch
talk about
highlights for
that.
that shit. I do need to get NBA TV though.
you know. So
He
let me
said
ask
no.
you this. So,
He said no.
so it seems like when you were in those settings, do you ever feel like a sense of discomfort or like the spotlight is on you?
Mm,
And if so, like, how do you try to get yourself out of that?
if I feel like the spotlight on me, I'll do the conversation thing and all that. But the whole discomfort thing, it's more so more like, what do I say or how do I say it? Like, I don't want to come off offensive or anything like that or sound like a fucked up ass person. Like even just saying some simple shit, because when I'm being myself, I could say something so simple that somebody will take it the wrong way,
Right.
just because of how I talk. And sometimes I can see that, but then at the same time, it's like, no, I'm not being that way. Like I get that shit a lot with Ari, but you know, it's feelings involved with that shit. But
Yeah, but then again, when it comes to actually like the discomfort level, when it comes to like actually engaging in conversation, a lot of people shy away from it because we have those that think they're not intelligent enough to have a actual conversation, like without being with somebody in a closed setting or somebody that didn't know them for years. Now you know how I talk.
Right.
So now I can actually have a conversation with you, but I can't go and be out in a room full of people I don't know and then think I'm going to just mingle and move around the room. And that's,
You know what?
and it be that too.
I'm glad you said that.
Good.
Because you're pretty quiet, Wayne. And how do you handle that?
Don't talk.
Yeah, sometimes
yeah.
when you in a situation,
At all?
sometimes you don't know if people can understand.
Not even to try to like maneuver the spotlight off of you or nothing. Just you still stay quiet.
People don't talk to me, so I don't have that problem. I think people are intimidated by me.
Oh, okay, so what would you do if you were in that situation? You think?
I don't know. Like I said, people don't talk to me. I mean, I'll have a conversation. I don't have no problem with having a conversation with people, but people just don't talk to me. So
Because you're so quiet.
it's not that.
Your face is uninviting. No, I'm just.
Is it?
She said.
No, but it honestly, it could be because actually yesterday I had a girl at work tell me, "You always look mean." I was like, "What?" She was like, "Yes, like every time I see you, you look mean."
But they can't say that about me at work because I'll be laughing at work.
but Wayne, you have a solemn face though. Like when you're not laughing, nigga, this is how you look.
You got that Kawhi.
You got literally like sometimes like when. That's why I be telling you, you don't be understanding when a Famale is looking at you because you be sitting there like.
Oh, I intentionally ignore them.
But a Famale is female.
I caught on.
I just had to
caught on to that.
It was. But like you have a face where you just like, well, nigga, I'm not really interested in what the fuck you're about to say anyway. So why say anything to me?
I have that face, but that's not how I feel.
Yeah, I know that. But like with the girl yesterday, I told her, I was like, you think I'm mean? And everybody in the break room was like, Norbert mean? I was like, shit, really?
I don't know how she got that because anytime I'm on FaceTime with you on break, everybody talking to you. So I just
I was like, I had that wrinkle in my forehead a couple times and shit. Or you might see me with my natural mean mug, but that's just not my natural facial expression. And then these motherfucking customers be pissing me off.
I mean, with you, it's not even a natural mug. It's just the eyebrows.
But I don't look mean though.
The eyebrows make it like if you're not smiling, it's the eyebrows.
They might change their mind.
No, but I did pop that bitch up real fast. But like a lot of people don't realize conversation is only created unless you're inviting.
Yeah.
And a lot of people shy away from conversation with their facial expressions.
Fuck that.
I mean, because sometimes it just depends, though. Because if I don't feel like talking, I'm going to be like, I'm going to look. But if I do, then I'll be more smile, like warm when I see people. I'll smile. But if I don't, sometimes it just depends on if you feel like being a part of the conversation.
Man, this is my face. If you going to come talk to me, come talk to me. My face is not going to change whether I'm happy, sad, or mad. Unless I'm really pissed off, you're not going to know that I'm mad. So, yeah, that's up to them. If they want to talk, if anybody want to talk to me, they always can talk to me.
Preach.
But do I don't fucking look mean.
It's the eyebrows.
Do they look mean?
When you wrinkle them, like smile but wrinkle your eyebrows.
I can't do that.
Or like just have a regular face and
That's
then
a
just
very weird request.
and no, not a. Have a regular face and then just wrinkle your eyebrows. It's the eyebrows. You're not doing it now because you're trying to do it, but
I just don't see it. But
it's literally your eyebrows.
The wrinkle. Oh shit! I took my fucking.
It's the eyebrows. Because
the wrinkle.
Because a lot of the times they're always, especially sometimes when you're talking, they're always like this, like.
Yeah, I'm trying to do it, but it's not working.
It's like.
But I usually get the wrinkle in my forehead. But I it kind of cut me off guard because, like I said, bro, I'm the king of conversation. So it's just like, for you to be the only person, like honestly, besides probably her a time or two, like to say, "Oh yeah, you look mean as fuck." What?
But shit.
What?
Speaking of getting caught off guard, what would you do if you ran into an ex?
Run into an ex?
Mm-hmm.
Some people don't.
Some people what?
I said some people don't know how to handle that situation.
I mean, it depends on if the
What's up with the what's up? You trying to get that post up?
that post. That post.
Wow. If that's how you talk to your exes, wow. Does that work?
I mean, but shit.
No, nigga, I never said that before.
We got your answer. What about your answer?
When I run into an ex, bro, honestly, I'm still me. Like, and that's the problem. Well,
Yes,
I wouldn't say that's the problem. That's the thing. Like, I'm still gonna be me.
Right.
So, motherfuckers that done me dirty, bad. I still talk to. I still have conversation.
I say it really depends on the situation with that ex, honestly, because you could have like a good breakup or like a mutual breakup, but y'all like still cool. You know, y'all might run into each other, a bad breakup and you just be like, or some bullshit. You might not even say nothing to
Bro, I saw you.
I have a question. It's like kind of off on a tangent, but is there really such thing as a mutual breakup?
I mean, if y'all
Yeah.
like, oh, I want to end it because such and such, or it could be
y'all,
pretty much just something that y'all talk about together.
Yeah, it's basically y'all both can agree that it
ain't working out.
Yeah, so that's a mutual breakup.
Why isn't it working out?
Well, it could be a number of things. Like one, like y'all, it could be a situation where they don't quite particularly see eye to eye on a lot of big issues. They could have wanted different things in life that don't match up. So like one person could want kids, one person couldn't want kids, or one person want to get married, one person don't want to get married. So y'all agree in the long term, like it's not gonna work. So y'all decide to cut y'all losses now. Or it could be like, y'all just losing attraction for each other and y'all not as, because now like people act on their
libido.
Yeah.
Oh, my dick jumped.
It wasn't the word I was going to use, but they act on that, and once it fizzles out, they never really establish that connection between them other than what do you call it? I can't even think of the word right now. They never established a connection besides that, a physical attraction. Mm-hmm. So there is nothing else after that died out.
Intimacy? Were you looking for that word?
No, that wasn't the word I was. Okay. It's another word that's
lust.
Yes. That's the word I was looking for.
Nate would know.
I was gonna say, why did you?
You want to change your answer from a couple weeks ago? Have you ever read somebody you believe something?
I let them know right then and there.
Oh my God!
If this is what you want, you gotta be prepared.
But be prepared.
Oh my goodness!
But like I've seen a lot of people not really interact with their ex as well, though. Like personally, like that shit. Honestly, I really kind of don't understand it. Even if you in something so bad, like if y'all see each other, why are you still holding on to it? It's not affecting you anymore.
Yes, it is.
Because some people don't process or heal from it, so they're still angry about it.
Mm-hmm.
So I seen one of my exes a couple of weeks ago. And I didn't even know it though. Like I was just getting I did DoorDash and shit one night, and like I'm walking up to the car to get my food and shit. I'm like, this nigga look familiar as fuck.
Nigga?
Yeah, it was like the dude was sitting in the passenger seat and she was driving. I'm like, this nigga look familiar. And then I get closer to the car, I'm getting my food and shit, and the girl say, "Hey," I look up, it's my ex. I'm like, oh shit, what's up? Like, I probably would have been more cool if I knew who it was before, but like I'm not paying attention to shit. I'm just got caught off guard with it.
Did y'all have a nice conversation?
I said, "What's up?" Got my food and bounced.
Yeah.
When it was a nigga in the car.
right, her nigga.
I was like, oh hey, I'm Norb. How you doing? Okay.
No, that would have started some shit. Because he probably would have tanked to her. Where you know that nigga from?
How you know him?
We used to work together. Bitch.
Lies.
That was my ex-boyfriend. That's just my ex-boyfriend. But I don't. Sometimes, yeah, like I get it that you don't get over it, but then again, it's not affecting you. It's really not affecting you.
It is affecting you because you never processed it. So it's still on your heart. It's still on your mind.
You need that closure.
You right.
You can't have that conversation.
It's still on you.
I need some closure as well.
Yeah.
In real life.
With who?
Don't worry about it.
I thought you got closure with her.
Nah.
Oh, that's fucked up. Maybe you should go down to Georgia.
Hold on. What girl? Which one are you talking about in Georgia?
Oh yeah, I forgot you got different hoes in area code.
Oh my God.
304, 285. But
Lord help me. Somebody help me.
But like honestly, people, conversation is easy, and a lot of people make it hard, especially with people that you've shared memories with. It's easy.
So let me ask you this:
Speak on that.
what do you do when you don't want to see? What do you do if you run into that person out and you don't want to see them? So how do you go about like trying to avoid them or bypass them?
Oh, you know
the
my
fuck
motto?
out of them.
Avoid. Shit, y'all know my motto. I'm the fattest ninja you'll ever know. Disappear.
Make that beeline if you have to.
Oh, you said if you don't want to see him.
Oh my God, yeah.
And you see him, make that beeline. Just get out the way.
I'll be having my smoke balls ready.
Because some people don't even want to like
Pull
see
that
them,
Batman.
or like talk to them or even interact with them. So it's just like they rather not.
What would I do in that situation?
I do that shit with people we graduated. No offense. Not everybody.
No,
Certain people.
I be noticing when people that we graduated do it to me. I be like, shit, I don't give a fuck. Go ahead.
Well,
you want to avoid me? Go ahead.
oh shit! I've never had that happen to me.
I be seeing it all the time.
I did have it happen to me one time, but I thought it was so funny. And it was really unnecessary. Like she was working like at a fast food restaurant and she saw me. I saw her and I was going to speak to her, but then I seen her like go and duck out the way.
She didn't want you to know she worked there.
Like for real, because I was standing in line. And she was right there at the front, like bagging the order.
Where was she at?
At Wendy's.
Oh shit, bitch! You work at a good fast food restaurant. Why you ashamed?
I mean,
Dave paid handsomely.
like for real. And when I got to the front of the line, she had made herself scarce. Like I was like, damn. I was like, all right.
I wonder if his name's still on their checks.
Nigga.
You gotta ask.
I don't know, but what made it even more like, okay, it was because we made eye contact and I smiled at her.
That'd be the worst.
And then she still like,
I hate when I get caught.
Like she scurried out the way. and then when I was waiting for my food, she like came back across. She seen I was still standing right there and like zipped back to where
Did you
she
go
was
sit?
at.
I see you should have sat down in the restaurant. You just was like,
No, I ain't had time for all of that.
no, but for real.
I didn't have time for all of that day. I was just trying to grab a quick bite before class.
She probably got 2.5 kids.
Before class?
Yeah.
Oh, this was recent?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I saw her. But I thought we was cool. But
Y'all
I guess
is cool. She
but
just
maybe
don't
she
want
was just
Yeah,
embarrassed.
she just didn't want to talk to you.
Maybe
That's
she
at
was
it.
embarrassed
Wendy's
or something.
at work.
Yeah. But see, my thing is, I hate when I got caught. I got caught at Walmart one day because that nigga Real was with me, as a matter of fact. I was walking and I saw Bama and her people. I was like, Real was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm like, nigga, just make a right here at this clothes rack. He's like, nigga, what were we doing? I'm like, just make it right. He was like, nigga, why are you walking so fast? I was like, I didn't want them people to see me. He was like, who the fuck are they? I'm like, they graduated with me. For real. Because my thing is, if I feel like I don't have nothing to talk to you about, or I really don't give a fuck about what's going on with you, I'd rather not just see you. Because I don't want to be like, yeah, hey, man.
I try to avoid some people like I went to school with just because like you know sometimes when they walk up to you in high school and from high school you know them and you just say hey, keep it pushing. If you're gonna say hey, keep it pushing, I don't mind. But I had several occasions where people have come up to me and start like reminiscing and shit like we was actually friends. Like no, we was not friends. We never really talked in high school. I mean, we knew of each other, but we weren't really like friends. So it's like they be trying to go down memory lane. I'm like,
ain't nothing wrong with memory lane.
Right.
but we don't have any memories besides seeing each other in passing. So
Yeah, but you remember when I wore them Jordans one day?
I don't, you know, like I don't mind saying hey, but if I actually like. It was a person I actually stopped and had conversations with in school, or you know, we talked and we was cool and we knew more than just of each other. Then I don't mind, you know, having a little conversation. But the most I'll ask them, be like, you know, what you up to now? You know, just to,
You don't care.
I don't. I mean, that's me.
How's life treating you?
But I mean, that's me.
I really don't give a fuck, bro.
I don't care. I don't care.
Got any kids?
Like honestly, it's different for me with high school because I always see myself as the popular lane because everybody just knew me because that nigga named Norbert Carter. Norbert. Like that's how I looked at it. But coming to find out, looking back, I really actually had a lot of people that really fucked with me in high school.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure.
And like people love me. Well, not everybody.
So I want to ask y'all this because y'all guys, so y'all more prone to it than I am. But how do y'all deal with public rejection?
We prone to rejection.
Fuck you then, bitch. No,
because y'all go through it. Y'all go through it a lot more than women do because y'all were more likely like go for a girl in front of people like than girls. Well, girls will try to sneak and do it. Y'all are more open.
I was just talking about that
it.
with a coworker yesterday. Like she's 34. She likes one of the guys that works with us. But she'll sit around here and play that, the kindergarten game. Like, oh, I like you, so I'm going to fuck with you and say fucked up shit to you. But I'm going to sit there and admire you from the far and shit like that. Helga Pataki shit. Like, no, bitch. And then she was sitting there talking. She was like, yeah, I like him. I was like, well, tell him. I was like, have you actually had a conversation with him? Actually, and tried to go after him? No. I don't do that. He needs to come talk to me. I'm like, so if you feel as though he doesn't know that you like him and you like him and you want to see if he likes you, what's the point of just sitting here waiting? Well, that's a crush. And I don't like having crushes.
Oh, because they make you sick. Oh, a crush will make you so
But the thing is.
Crush will make you so sick.
Did we awake the dragon? but
come forward, Shinra.
You had something to say?
Yeah.
You want to elaborate on that?
That just sounds like some real childish shit.
Yeah, and that's what I said. Yeah, not having a crush, but the thing is, like, I don't handle public rejection well. Like, if I go up and try to pursue a woman and she reject me, I'm gonna be salty. I'm not gonna call her I'm not gonna be like, oh well, fuck you then, and this and the other. I don't do that.
I hate when men do that.
But you know me, I'm gonna turn this shit into funny. And as soon as she say, "Oh, excuse me," excuse me, I'm sorry, because I got turned down working at the nursing home. Fine ass white woman. Fine ass. I'm talking to her, trying to get her number, and I'm like, yeah, so can I take you out and everything? Mind you, it's like 4 nurses in the back just doing their work. I'm like, fuck, I'm very confident today. She's like, oh, no, Norb, you're just not my type. I was like, whoa.
She got the real with you.
Right.
D-Night, she walked away and the nurses was like, baby, you okay? I'm like, fuck you, bitches. Fuck you.
Y'all ain't see that shit. Fuck out of here.
They was probably like, ooh, burn.
Bitches. And they was black too, so I know that I was talking. I know they was talking.
They talk shit as soon as you walked away.
They was talking shit.
They talk shit as soon as
I don't know why his fat ass thought he was about to get that bitch.
Nah, he knew.
Nah, his fat ass knew. Look at this fucking haircut. That nigga ain't got his haircut. Thought he was about to get that white girl. I already know what happened because I was looking peasy as fuck at that first show. But how do y'all handle rejection?
Oh my God.
I got rejected. What else can I do? I can't just force a bitch to want to fuck with me. Like even all I do is approach her. Hey, how you doing? Try to have a conversation with her. I don't try to spit game.
But if you give up the pussy.
But if you give up the pussy.
Oh my God.
Best believe I'm going to make that pudding.
Don't do that in the Bill Cosby voice, okay? Because it makes me feel like y'all don't roofie a bitch. And I ain't
No. Of course
that voice is too creepy now.
Put that Molly in her champagne.
I mean,
she didn't even know it.
It's too creepy now.
Took her home and enjoyed that. She didn't even know it. But
Have you ever got rejected publicly?
Rejection is a motherfucker.
How do you handle rejection though?
Keep it pushing.
I don't. In a romantic setting, I haven't dealt with that, but like in like a professional setting,
don't be the worst. Them hurt.
Oh, sometimes they just
we're looking another direction.
Ooh, they can be a confidence. It can knock you down a couple pegs on a confidence booster. Cause the job I'm at now, I went for it 3 times, and the first time I went on the interview, and I really wanted it. And I wasn't mentally ready at the time. So I know I probably tanked that mess out of that interview. And it's like, it was just like, dang, because usually when I interview, I usually get the job. So that was like one of the first ones in a while where I didn't get the job. I was so hurt. I was
that
like,
shit do be hurt. It was one time I almost cried because I
hurt. Oh my God, it hurt so bad.
Bitch.
Especially when you really want it. Yeah, like especially
when
you
I
really
got
want
denied for that fucking job, nigga. I went on that interview. I thought I killed that shit,
bruh.
Yeah,
came prepared and everything.
Actually, I figured out. So the next time you go for that job, I talk to a recruiter. I know exactly what they looking for. So
should I go in whiteface?
First of all, if you trying to get into that company, if you say anything remotely offensive, like you gonna get
canned.
Yeah, they not playing it. It's like a very inclusive work environment. They do not tolerate like any type of discrimination, any type of.
But now you see why she's working there.
Who?
Your favorite person.
Her ass need to. You know what? Let me not talk shit right now because I will get started on a whole rant about her.
But
okay, move on.
But
you
ever got rejected in public or just period? How do you handle it? Because I know I done blocked you a couple times in the court, so.
Oh Lord.
I'm not gonna even entertain that conversation.
It's because I be putting clams on. It's okay.
No, you don't. But no, I've never been rejected publicly.
I used to get rejected publicly all the time. I was a confident fat nigga, bro. Hey, how you doing? Let me take you out. That's exactly how it is, though.
So that's the key thing is confidence. Like when you're approaching somebody, you can
tell by
if you don't approach me, I'm not gonna come up and be like, "Oh, you a fine ass man. Let me get your number."
I never understood why women don't do that though, and I feel like that. Yeah,
because we have too many insecurities as it is to deal with.
I say insecurities, and they feel as though
public rejection
as though they should be approached.
It will not be added to the list.
The last 2 girls, one of them slid in my DMs, and one of them came up to me. Wow.
So yeah, one.
But that wasn't.
Stop texting me. That slid in my DMs.
But that wasn't. But that wasn't public though. Like sliding in the DMs ain't public. That's just.
Why am I a different case?
Because they came up to you because they knew you wasn't gonna talk to their ass.
That's not
they
true.
don't know that. That's an assumption.
What?
You would have talked to either one of those two. If they wouldn't have hit you up?
Well, one of them I didn't even know they still existed. So, yeah, that would have been hard. But I think I did talk to the other one a couple times.
Did you? Besides at work?
I didn't have her number, but at work, yeah, I probably chatted with her, but not no full blown. Like, let me get your number conversation.
Mr. Telephone Man.
Okay, so something wrong. Like speaking of rejections, because you know how some families can be harsh.
I get a click every time.
So how do y'all deal with meeting significant others' families for the first time?
I sit there in the corner like that fox in the one meme.
Like kid. This nigga look battered as fuck.
Somebody come pray for me. If y'all go to church tomorrow, send one up. Send me 2 up. On that case. Just y'all going to church, just send me 2 up. Just 2. That's all I'm asking for. That's all I'm asking for.
He said, Honestly, meeting significant other families. I love meeting families.
It's cool.
Like
it'd be funny when you meet the uncles and the other motherfuckers that be trying to intimidate
the
you.
extra
Man,
motherfuckers.
what? And don't they ask you the most personal, most uncomfortable question
Shake
in
your
hand,
hand,
of
grip that
everybody?
motherfucker.
See, that's
You
why.
know?
That's why with my family, I actually try to tell. Like even with Mercedes, I told her like, yo, they're a bit much.
They gonna roast you.
Like, well, I didn't even say that. I didn't even say that. I just told her, yo, these motherfuckers have a mouth. Like, if they get too overzealous, of course I'll say something. But like,
Roasting don't bother me.
yeah, because
I grew up on
her
it.
and Tyler actually tag team Chris one day and won. That shit was funny as shit.
That wasn't even my best stuff. That
She-
was like baby.
They look like Medea and what's the name tagging back and forth, whooping the little girl.
They went the Hardy
No, but-
Hardy on
The
her.
slide time, like Tyler came through with the slide time.
I mean, my family was that like roast family that everybody talk about. Like growing up as a kid, my family at every function we would real live stand outside and be chilling and have a full blown roast session. Like
I was a lunch table
like,
roaster.
for real.
See, I wasn't
I ain't
really.
roast my family. I was a
we
lunch
had
table
roast
roaster.
sessions.
See, I learned how to play. See, I don't call it roasted. I play dozens.
Yeah, it was
because I do
dozens.
harmless shit. Like the motherfuckers that roast, those is the motherfuckers that be trying to get personal.
No, I don't do
Nah.
personal shit. I ride your
Shit.
gear, your
No, our family roast
your look,
sessions
all that
most
shit.
likely.
I'm not doing personal shit.
Cause I'm hitting you with straight comedy. I'm not hitting you with nothing that you about to think about 3 years from now. Like, oh damn, they
Our
really said that
family
shit.
roast sessions, they always ended up in somebody being salty. Somebody always ended up salty at the end.
Oh, I think we did have a roast session with the fan one time.
Really? I wonder how that went.
I forgot how it went. I gotta talk to them and try to remember.
Really? That one was probably a little bit crazy. Like y'all, everybody done been around when me and my family talk about each other, of course.
That nigga Cam be going in.
What's the most uncomfortable question y'all can think about that y'all were asked by a significant other's family?
What's your
Well,
what's your
are you
goals?
fucking?
Right, you fucking. What's your goals with her? What you plan on doing with her? Well, we did just
Shit.
fucking.
I apologize for my.
I didn't expect to meet y'all. Nah, I'm playing.
Damn. Honestly, my high school sweetheart, her dad, the first time I actually went over to her house, he was like, "Don't be coming in this bitch if you think you about to just get some pussy." What the fuck you over here for? Like exactly that.
Keep it real.
I was like, wow.
Oh.
As he should have. That's what he should have did.
At the time, she was throwing that ass back to a lot of people, so I was. I was walking in the house to,
Get
lay
some
the hammer.
Say the name.
Lord.
No,
Say it.
no,
Why?
We just
Right.
gonna call her a hoe on camera though.
because y'all know who it is.
So okay.
Okay, her name does not need to be
The
said.
the censor ain't gonna let them know who it is.
Right. Does it start with that? Well, damn, I can't say that.
With the A, it does.
Y'all knew who it
Y'all knew
was.
what the fuck it was. Like,
Might have to censor this part out too. Then
What?
Live across the street from me,
ah,
or
no.
that's
Oh, damn, her name do start with an A.
Yeah, that's what I was
No,
like, no. What you talking about?
no, this is AA Ron.
Hey, Rob.
Bruh,
So, as
like,
y'all can see that I am
she was
dealing
tossing it back to a couple of niggas. So I'm like, damn, your dad grilled these other niggas like that?
He probably didn't even meet him.
Yeah, shit. My brother, one of them.
I am really dealing with some real mental health issues today.
But
And I just can't take.
But it's just like
I can't do it.
a lot of people. I find like when we go meet family members, like I think the first time I met your family in total was Cincy, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
Dang.
that
And
was
then
more of a
and then I
gathering,
met
yeah.
the other half just recently at Pat's birthday party.
But my family didn't.
But I had known your family for so long because,
Shit,
Yeah.
they tried that shit with me, man.
bruh,
Yeah.
I was thrown off by her family. The first event I went to Brittany's graduation
party.
bruh. I was like, that's what I need to know right then and there.
Yeah, I don't bring people around for real. So they already knew like it wasn't
Yeah,
no BS going on. You
They
know,
Ain't
what I'm
nobody
saying?
asked nothing
They
stupid,
wasn't.
though.
They wasn't at me, but they was at me.
They wasn't at me at all. They love me.
Yeah, because I literally, really, I don't bring people home. Like I only brought one other person home. That's it. But other than that, like I don't. Nah, I gotta know you can make the cut.
Oh, you ain't make the scene, huh?
Yeah,
You don't know your lines, huh?
You know.
But I really,
How do y'all deal with it when y'all get uncomfortable questions though? Like
Answer them motherfuckers.
yeah, I answer them straight up.
That's all
y'all,
you can
do y'all
do.
answer them truthfully?
Yeah.
Oh,
I ain't about to
okay.
lie.
Okay.
Hold on, wait.
They can smell when you lying.
Perfect
Yeah.
uncomfortable
Y'all fucking-
question
no, we
was
ain't
when I met Aunt Jackie in Cincy. When she literally, like the first question she asked, besides tell me about yourself, what plans do you have for Mercedes? Period. Like that's off rip. Like,
That's an
shit.
uncomfortable question.
Yeah,
Especially
Yeah.
at breakfast and shit.
she did get them.
So
But y'all was chopping it up. I was
that's because we
like,
still got the same birthday.
Nah.
Whoa.
oh my god. I think hers like 3 days after yours.
I think hers is the. I think
It's the
it's the
fifth.
fifth. It's the fifth. Because she started to say the fourth. I was like, oh, you and Jay-Z got the same birthday. She was like, excuse me. No, she said no, it's the fifth. So
Don't compare me to that heathen.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm saying.
shit, I have a lot of famous. It's a lot of famous Sagittarius.
There's a lot of famous Libras too.
Right, get it.
Fuck Lil Wayne.
Nigga,
Oh.
it ain't just Wayne. Nigga.
It ain't just
Fuck
Wayne.
Drake.
It's T.I. too.
Drake is a Scorpio.
Fuck that little short bald head motherfucker.
T.I.
You a hater.
Britney Spears is a Sagittarius.
Nicki Minaj is a Sag.
Yeah, fuck that hoe. Her
You're
birthday
right,
is December 6th too, bitch.
right.
You a stupid hoe.
Y'all aggravating.
Stupid.
Shut the fuck up. But sometimes I be wondering like how certain people react to meeting somebody's family, because it is awkward to sit there and talk to somebody's family like you don't be knowing. Like when we went over for Lil Jason's 4th birthday, that was a whole ass culture shock for me. Yeah, Lil Jason's birthday party this past year. At Dada Mama house.
Oh,
yeah. Nigga.
Yeah,
That family. Her auntie was
Listen, that's a whole different. I can't even
locked in. I was like,
listen. I can't even.
Terminator.
I can't even like.
She wanted you.
That's that other side right over there.
bruh.
It was funny though. Like I was dying laughing.
Like,
But he was eating it up though, cause they was. Oh, you cute, man.
Nah, Mama walked
He was
in and
getting
was
a
like,
big
yeah,
head
you
of
cute.
over there.
I was like, I know. Thanks.
Mm.
Yeah.
Y'all doing a lot. You doing too much.
But I don't really. Side note, I don't really like compliments from people that I feel as though only saying that shit because they feel as though you can get something from, like they can get something from you.
They can really mean that shit.
I don't.
She probably really she really meant that.
I'm an ugly nigga, but
She really meant that.
what, the auntie or the mom?
But you're not ugly.
Mm.
Who told you you was ugly?
Like a 6.5, hard 7.
My heart.
I'm a hard.
You're a
7.
6 and she's a hard 10.
I just watched that.
Hey
bro.
man, she's out of my league, man. That's my move.
Fucking good, man.
I just watched that the other day.
That's my
Fuck
shit.
you all. Sir, can you take your seat?
He got stuck on that bitch.
But basically it goes to show like be confident when you're in uncomfortable situations where you have to have conversations.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Like, they're human just like you. Yeah, they might not take interest in what you're saying, but then again, you're gonna 9 times out of 10, if you're making small talk or you're just having small conversations with people, it's gonna be pretty interesting. So just step out the box.
Yeah, just be yourself. Don't try to be somebody that you are absolutely not. And my best advice is go with the flow. Don't try to do nothing extra. Don't try to be too much. Just go with the flow and be yourself.
Don't be hating.
That's just my best take on it. What about y'all?
Confidence is key. I don't think I have any quotes I can pull out of my ass today.
That's a nasty place to be putting
Yeah, especially a quote. You putting this shit on air.
Yeah, I know. Dang, I was on fire with the last couple quotes though. But
confidence is key.
I say confidence is key. Pretty much. I mean, people not gonna approach you if they feel like you scared to talk, or people are not gonna have that conversation with you if you approach them all timid and shit. They just gonna be like, oh, he or she just here for like a couple seconds and they gonna just bounce whatever. Like, if you want to actually engage in a conversation with somebody, you gotta be willing to be engaged in that conversation, be confident in what you talking about and everything. Like,
be prepared.
Pretty much.
You don't even gotta. I mean, sometimes it's nice to prepare if you're that
just
type
wanted to
of
say
person.
that because Lion King gets still in my ear.
I don't prepare.
Scar, brother, help me, brother, help me.
You either gonna take it or leave it. No. You either gonna take it or leave it. That's it.
The king.
No.
But for real, like honestly. And
you get what you get. This is what you get. You either want it or you don't. You either like me or you don't. Like,
what you see is what you get.
For real.
But that wraps up another beautiful another episode of the Sweet Remedy Podcast with your boy Norb,
your girl Mercedes,
your guy Nate,
and the lovely tech guy
Easy.
You just ruined it.
See you next week.